All right. I have a special treat to myself. I'm pretty sure boxing fans all the world. The man with 50 something odd years of just loving the sport,
Yeah.
Mr. Jacob Stitch Duran, the legend himself, not even a myth, because we've seen his work over the years. He's followed all of the greats. He's been around any and everything. Mr. Duran, how are you doing today?
It's a pleasure, my man. Good thing.
Man, it's a pleasure.
Thanks, Jonathan. So we were talking and give me a little bit of history, ask if we could do an interview. And of course, man,
All
I got
right.
stories.
Man, so first things first, you're still in love with the sport.
Yeah.
That nothing changes.
No, just, things just get better and better every day, and just kind of blows my mind. I think, oh, gee, why me?
You've been
Yeah.
around for a lot of fights, a lot of fighters,
Yes,
a lot of
yes,
greats and legends. The one thing I've noticed, as far as being a part of a family of the sport itself, we've had a chance to see the first generations of fighters come along, and now we're looking at the second and third generations with a million being out there
Yeah.
tonight. What do you think? Well, in my mind, it's the greatest thing for the sport because now we can get better as the sport goes on. What do you feel about the second and third generations coming
No,
along?
I've worked with them all. Shakir Stevenson, one of the greats, and all the new generation of fighters. It's nice to see them come up, and it's nice to work with them, you know. But they're all the same, bro. They're all modern day gladiators. The old ones, the new ones, they're all modern day gladiators. But deep inside, they're all babies. And my job's to take care of the baby.
Is
And
it
they
still
understand that.
is it such a good feeling to know that when you see some of these guys, like you like, man, I saw your dad fighting or your uncle or your
Yeah, yeah.
grandson. It's like, what is that feeling like for
Yeah,
you?
well, no, it's great. I work with Fernando Vargas.
Yeah.
To see his three sons fighting. It's great, man. To see father son combinations, but just to see the progression of fighters,
Right.
and for me to be involved with them, and working with Top Rank as a house fighter here, gives me a chance to work with a lot of the young generation, guys that coaches don't know how to wrap hands. We offer them that. They don't know how to work cuts. That's why they bring us in, and it's all about taking care of these kids, man. And educate.
What keeps you so young? Because you still out here smiling, laughing with everybody.
This, bro. Come on, man. Hey, it's not even a job, man. It's an adventure, man. I grew up as a farm worker in the Central Valley of California and was born and raised in a migrant camp. My address, my birth certificate is CPC number 12, California Packing Company. So I come from the roots, bro, and I never forget where I come from. And doing that, I always said when I was going to the top, I'm taking a bus with me. You want to get on the bus? Let's go, man, because I'm going with or without you.
Man.
And so I try to bring as many people who can. That's what you got to do. Got to give back. And at the same token, educate and still love what I do, man. That's what keeps me young.
You said educate. That's a good word, I think. These days, unfortunately, with the rise of social media, a lot of things. There are a lot of things that we've seen. We've grown up with a lot of the arts, as far as like how the communication of the sport is brought about, the promotion of the sport. What is something that you want to see the media get back to?
Well, I think it's important education. We talked about education, right? And my daughter Carla and a group that they're working with, they're working on a lot of the brain health, the dementia, the pugilistic, and Dr. Bernick, the Cleveland Clinic. They're working on fighter safety, taking that edge. But the media needs to continue bringing these issues up. How do we make the game better? And a lot of that right now through education. Because now keep in mind, Jonathan, the majority of these fighters that fight have less than a high school diploma.
Right.
And a majority of these fighters that fight, when it comes to an annual income, make less than the poverty level. These 4-rounders, 6-rounders, 8-rounders. It's a passion for them, And so, yeah, educate.
Last thing, man. Pretty sure you get asked this question so many times.
Yeah.
What is I'm not gonna ask your favorite. What do you out of all the fights you've seen? What is one of the best? Not just fights itself, maybe just the atmosphere.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you
you've been around.
It's easy to do. It's Vladimir Klitschko's last fight.
Oh,
he fought Anthony Joshua in Wembley Stadium, right? Well, my daughter Carla had got married Wednesday in Crete, the island of Crete. So Thursday after the wedding, I flew to London, and I got there in the evening. So I didn't see Vladimir Vitaly till we got to the dressing room for the weigh-ins.
Right.
And I'm talking to Vitaly and Vladimir like this, and finally, at the end, I go like this to Vladimir. Listen, don't worry about nothing, man. I'm gonna take care of you like you're my son, and I leave because I know that night these guys can't sleep. You know. Well, here I am, man. The middle of the ring, right before Michael Buffer does the announcements. I'm putting the final Vaseline on Vladimir and worry about like this. And between him and I, he says, "You could call me son, bro."
Oh man,
that blew me away.
wow.
I give me chills just right now.
Wow.
You know, and the last time I saw him was in Germany. It's like 3-4 months after that fight, and I said, Vladimir, that one moment, why? He says, Stitch, there's very few people I trust in my life. You are one of them. So yeah, and I got to let you hear this before we do anything else. When I was doing the Creed movie, Creed 3,
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan and I always asked for my opinion because I told him, I want this to be done right.
Correct.
You're representing my sport. So the question he asked me, who should give away the WBC belt? So I gave him the thing with Jose Suleiman, and his son took it over, and you know, it should be a Mexican guy. So there was one Mexican. We're in Atlanta. One Mexican in the whole audience as extra. Pulled him out and made him a star, right? And so I told the son when Spence fought Ugas in Dallas, and he says, "Well, let's take a picture. Let's send it to the brothers." You know, and let me find this before we go, man. You got to listen to what Vladimir sent me, and just kind of says everything about my career, you know. And so here's the story.
My two favorite men, especially Stitch, with whom I spent so much time talking, and he actually saved my career on a lot of different stages. If Stitch wouldn't be in my corner, I would not make the record of 12 years being a champion. So that's so great to see you both, and Stitch is the man.
Bro, if that didn't bring a tear to my eye. And you know, they're right now they're fighting Russia. So they're finishing up a documentary on my life called From the Fields to the Garden. And we're interviewing Vladimir in Ukraine, in Kiev, through some kind of transmission. So we're going to put him in the video. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
God bless you, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Man.
You want to get on the bus with me, bro?
Yeah.
Let's go, man. I'm on, man.